Good afternoon, everyone. BC Richfield here, coming to you live from London. It's just gone midday. Apologies for the delay. I believe the stream was accidentally scheduled for an hour later than this. So we are going to crack on and we're going to persevere. Hopefully people come along and join in. And if not, then hopefully people can grab this one on recording. But apologies for any inconvenience. So we'll just give a couple of minutes to just let a few more people trickle in if they've managed to find the live stream. If not, then hopefully people aren't too disappointed at one, but hopefully they can watch that on recording. Anyway, how are we all doing today? Big shout out for everybody that is joining live. It is at our regular scheduled time, but I think there was just a little bit of an admin error in terms of the update. So how are we doing? Imran Khan, my friend, how are we doing? Saw some interesting looking setups from you on Twitter this morning, mate. Looking very good. Always nice clean highs and lows, like we know we want to be targeting while we respect market structure. Good to see that coming off, and good to see you conveying that across social media as well, mate. So welcome, and a big welcome to everybody else as well. Look, I'm not going to hang around too much. I know there's been a little bit of a scheduling mistake. Yoda, my man, what an absolute honour to have you on this stream, man. So I don't know if everyone's au fait with this gentleman, but they absolutely should be. Crypto Yoda. You can go and check him out on Twitter as well. Yoda Man, share your handle in the chat for me. This is a guy that if you want to learn from really clean, sick TA, using, like I believe, a little bit of kind of concept similar to myself in terms of price action, fair value gaps, a little bit of kind of ICT and SZ type teachings. But amazing, absolutely amazing with patterns, SR levels, and just really, really beautifully clean charts. Obviously, it's the person that helps out so much as well around the nest with chart requests. So what a pleasure to have you on, buddy. Welcome. So look, what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to start with a clean Bitcoin chart. Right, I had a lot of people asking me about levels and bits and pieces and how do we pick these off, how do we get them, drawing the wrong levels, not seeing the interactions, and therefore losing a bit of confidence in kind of taking the trade. So for me, I'm just going to start with the kind of big picture just to give you an idea of where I am at. And the first thing that I'm doing really is I'm looking at what's capping the market. Okay, so what I mean by that is I'll take out a line tool, all right? So just a trend line tool. And then I'm looking here for these key highs, right? Now, what we can see that we've got here is we've got a swing fail. Okay, so we've set this swing high, price has come up, had a swing failure pattern, broken down, come back up, and then ultimately sold off. Now, the way that I trade is I'm looking for where liquidity is resting, okay, where larger players, where institutions or what people like ICT would call smart money are looking to kind of drive the market to. But also as well, when we think about it logically, what really makes sense, right? If you were a big player and you were long down here, right, then you know, what are you targeting in here, right? This is what I don't understand with a lot of people. What's in here that's making you think that people are going to look to offload positions, right? Now, I'm talking about this time frame, and it's why our time frames need so much respect, right? Now, for me, if I'm a buyer down here with any position size, but especially with a large position size, and I want to offload, then where I want to offload is I want to know that I've got the maximum amount of people to offload that position to, right? Now, people that were short up here are going to have stop losses resting up here. You've got breakout traders who are going to be playing this aggressively on the breakout, as well as algorithms and bots. And once they meet criteria, you're going to have a lot of buyers here, right? Which is brilliant, because what you want to do is you want to create those buy orders, this big batch of buy orders to sell into, right? You've got a big order down here. You need to move this big order up here. And what you want to do is you want to make sure there's enough buyers for your order to gobble it all up at that price. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you start closing out your position here, but then by the time you've closed that big old position of yours, your slippage has led you into a really, really dangerous area, right? So this is what we're looking at. I'm looking at nice, clean, obvious areas. And one of the things I always ask myself is it clear? Is it obvious, right? So before we had this price action here, my attention would very much be on this line. All right. Why? Because it's offered key. This is a weekly chart, right? Key resistance here. And then when we interact with it here, our expectation once again is for price to find resistance here, right? Because we know there's a lot of sellers up here, there'll be a lot of curiosity. Now, how price works, however you kind of envisage price, quite often what the market is doing is, or what the buyers, the participants in the market are doing, is they're feeling out the strength or what the hunger is like, right, at this level. So by probing this level and saying to themselves, have we got the buyers up here? Have we got acceptance? Have we had a strong move up here? Right? If we had a strong move up here and we're really starting to hold this level, really making this level our own, looking like we're going to move up? Or are we showing weakness when we get up here? And for me, when we look at these long upside wicks, right, and I'm talking about these, what you're seeing here is absorption, right? You're seeing price moving into these highs and it's getting rejected, right? People are selling this off. Now, when you see enough of that and then it's interpreted as weakness, when you start breaking back within a range or below a key level, then acceptance below that level starts to get people selling their positions, right? And it also starts to trigger other people who want to go short in the market, right? Who are playing it in the opposite direction. Now, once again, if we're looking for key targets, right, when we're looking at it, it sounds really simple, right? But big players, what they want to do is they want to buy low, yeah, and they want to sell high. Now, it sounds really, really simple thinking of it like that, but I really do believe that a lot of people can improve their trading if they kind of keep that concept in mind. Okay. So before I digress too much, here we're going to just pop our other levels on. What else is of interest to me here? This looks like an interesting level, right? We've got support, 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 that kind of area as well. When price again finds out that there's just not the appetite for price to go lower, all of a sudden you get this accumulation and then price pops, right? So we've got our range here and then we've got our move higher, all right? Again, buyers in here looking to offload the positions at the key highs. So if they're the key levels I'm looking at, Nitpar, happy Monday and welcome, buddy. Good to have you on the stream. Gives me a perfect opportunity to take 2 seconds and pour some tea. Just had a little bit of a flicker my end then, guy. Do let me know if there's any issues with the sound or the image, all right? We've just had a couple of technical issues this morning. So if there is, I will put it on hold and we can always look to resume. Interestingly, my screen is down for what's being projected to you guys. So do let me know if this is cutting off. I'm just going to put it on hold for a minute. Hopefully, it's just a small technical issue and it resolves itself. So my screen's back on now, guys, but do let me know if there's any more issues going forward. So quick sip of tea and then... Guys, I am back on. Thanks for the update, Nitpar. Literally, as soon as you send that message, mate, the whole thing just started to tank. Just a couple of technical issues today with our video provider. So, guys, can you just let me know if I'm back? You can hear me okay. Let me just share my screen again and we'll hopefully be able to pick up where we left off. It seems to be really struggling with the visuals. We back. Awesome. Also, welcome, MM. Greetings from Thailand, from Bangkok. Very, very dear friend of mine moved out there a few years ago. Has a wonderful life. Married a beautiful Thai girl. They've got a wonderful family out there and he just lives a fantastic life. So really, really good to hear you signing in from that part of the world. Hope everything's well over there. I'm sure you're enjoying slightly better weather than we are here in London. Nip Par's back in. CryptoCat thought that was quick. Yeah, that is normally the antithesis of my live streams, right, which are normally really long and rambling. The kind of thing that SZ would do in about like 40 seconds. So, guys, let me know when the visuals are back up for you, please. I keep kind of losing my end, but like in terms of like looking at it through the video. But if we are back live now, let's continue. But just do let me know if there's any problems, guys, all right? So, looking at a weekly level, right? There's a few things. You're looking for what's capping the market, what's stopping the market progressing up, what's stopping it going down. Okay, so we had these levels here, which is why it was really key when we got this really strong close below this level here, we started to sell off. When we're looking lower, I was looking to this consolidation here to hold price. Now, you really do need to look very closely here to see what a very, very small consolidation this was, right? But, if we just do what we would call in the UK a back of a fag packet example, yeah, which just basically means something quite rough, and we draw this across here, right? This is acted kind of pseudo as our support level, right? Now, why would we target this? One thing I'll also add to this as well, Bernd, hey buddy, great to have you on the stream. Let me just make this full screen. One thing that I would just add into this, right, is that just make sure when you're marking order blocks, areas of interest like this, you're consistent. I typically use the bodies. What I would do is drill into this on a lower time frame, right, and find the key order blocks in this area. But just for indicative purposes, we're highlighting this area because this was the last kind of pullback here, yeah, or very, very small consolidation before price went on this really big run. Okay, so that's why we've got that. Now, had we lost that, then for me, the next area really is the consolidation below, which is here, right? Now that's sitting around about 11, 12,000. So that for me was a real kind of downside target if we were going to continue this move lower. Hey, legends. I don't know if anybody is still here. Sorry, we've got not really sure what's going on. I've opened a ticket with our video cast providers. We have done a really good idea there, reboot BC. Yeah, absolutely. I've done a BC reboot, right? Now, what I'm going to say, guys, is if there's any issues, with this moving forward, right? If it crashes out on us again, right? If the screen stops this, let me know. What we'll do is we'll put this on hold for today. I'll get to the bottom of the technical issues, and then we'll launch again tomorrow. I'll put the same stream on, but I'll do it tomorrow just to save wasting all your guys' time. All right, we'll give it one more crack. Let's see how we're doing. It just seems to be really, really struggling with the charts at the moment for whatever reason. Maybe just being a little bit juicy, and it sounds good. No, I hear you, brilliant guys. No, thanks so much for your patience. But it doesn't really feel like it wants to play ball. I'm going to persevere, but if it starts dropping out, I don't want to drag you guys out for this, but I will do the stream again tomorrow to save this one just being so fragmented. And then we'll do our requests on Wednesday like normal. All right. Queen, hey, bud. Good to see you. Good. Okay, so sounds bad. So before it either kicks me out or we go a bit rogue on this one, let's continue from here. So when I've got two key levels that I'm interested in, now I know these don't relate to where price is at the moment, so we're going to go more for our recency in a minute. But I just want to share this with you as well, right? Because for me, this is quite important, right? One of the ways that I really determine if I've got two key price levels. Now, this one I'm fully involved in. Like this one, I feel is, really is capping the market to the downside. So I'm really happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fib from here to here. Okay, interesting. No visuals either. No, it really looks like it's thinking. Can anybody else confirm that as well? Not doubting you guys. Burn, no visuals. Nitpar, no visuals. Yeah, I've done a full reboot as well, Burn. I just did that while you guys were off, or while you guys were off stream, while I was off stream. Okay, guys. Yeah. So I'm not sure if you can hear me. I'm going to write this in the comments as well. So look, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pin in it for now. Yeah. Stop teasing you. All right. Let me get to the bottom of this. Right. Yeah. No, it is burned. It is really weird because it is frozen up on the screen, isn't it? But I have completely gone out and reloaded a new StreamYard page, so I don't really know why it's doing that. Voice and chat are okay now, but I think it's having a little bit of a game with us today. So should we give it one more go for prosperity? And then if it does dip out again, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to leave it, all right? And then I'll pick back up on this tomorrow. What I was doing here is I've just taken a Fibonacci, and because I've got two key levels here that are capping price, what I want to do is just take my fib out, right? And then see which of these, when I draw the 50% line, seems to really make most sense, right? And this lower level here, we can see resistance support. Guys, you know what? It's all going a little bit twitchy on mine, and I feel like this is not resolved, unfortunately. So look, let's put a pin in it for today. I do apologise. I'm just going to get in contact with our provider, make sure we've got everything technically correct. I'm going to move this stream to tomorrow, right? So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll do an update on Twitter. Obviously, it will go out live on the Nest as well, and we'll make up for it tomorrow, and then also on Wednesday as well, all right? So, yeah, really sorry, Nit, everybody. We had a really, really good turnout today as well. Really appreciate all of you. Obviously, Burn, Nit, Belv Notes as well. Crypto Cat was on as well. Great to see you. Imran Khan, of course. Queen, lovely to see you back on here as well. And everybody else as well. Blessing as well, who was on here earlier too. And Crypto Cat. Thanks a lot, guys. CS